All right, what's up, guys? Last attempt here before the evening. This has not gone as planned. Let's just say that. I want to share with you the Vengeance Paladin. Uh, one of my favorite, probably my favorite game of all time, which is Diablo 2. Kind of where it all started for me, and I feel like it's time to give back to this community and make some videos, get a little weird, and show people a couple of things they haven't seen. Just because a 20-year-old game and a die-hard community, that's hard to come by. So I'll start by saying the next video or an upcoming video I'm going to make is going to be a Zeal Paladin you have never seen before. It's going to be a totally unique build. I just need a respec token, and we're going to make that happen. This one here is my personal favorite build of all time. Now, I will say I haven't kind of checked in with this guy in a month. I've recreated him on an alt from the last season, who used to be a fire crossbow paladin, because I respec the original into a Zeal Paladin, and I've been playing around with Zeal Paladin builds and trying to do something cool there. So, long story short, this is V2 of my Vengeance Paladin. We'll hop over to the stats here. We have 9k. You'll notice we have no dream pieces on, nothing. Our damage numbers are not inflated by auras. This is really a true 9k Vengeance, and we're about to get a fat enchant buff from our mercenary, who is pretty godly. I don't know if you saw the auras on him, but the mercenary is built to stay alive rather than to do damage and disrupt the battlefield with the dream and the confuse aura, and then using the phoenix to obviously lower fire res, so his fireballs do more damage, and using the redemption aura to gain back some health. So it's very hard to kill him, because Act 3 Merc actually is pretty easy to kill in a lot of situations. My own fire res is a little down right now. I do have a flickering flame, and that might be what I swap over to. Probably will, actually. But I digress. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to show you this paladin. And once I swap over to the flickering flame, I'm going to be actually up to 85 fire res, 85 lightning res, and 75 on both of these. So if you want to have a quick look at my stats here, we're at just over 200 magic find, which I'm pretty happy with, actually, because for a niche build, having 200 magic find is really nice. It actually keeps it kind of relevant, and I can have fun and find a good item once in a while. And a real key piece here as a Vengeance Paladin is having over 125 increased attack speed. And the reason for that is if you want to farm Bale, you have to take into account the slow. And when you are slowed, if you do not have over 125 attack speed, there's a much higher chance you're going to die in Bale's throne room against a lot of the minions. And I'm going to try and show that off today. I'm going to try. Let me just see real quick if I put my flickering flames on an alt. So we're going to try and do this with slightly lower fire res. I think we're going to be okay. We might not be, and then I'll be filming this video tomorrow. C'est la vie. But yeah, let's go over the gear real quick. Actually, let's not go over the gear real quick. Let's go and kill Trav. And then make you wonder about the gear. And then I'll show you the gear. I kind of like that more. Boom, boom, boom. Up, up. And bonk. And bonk. Bonk. We forgot one there. And then we'll just hop up here. Bonk these guys a little bit. One hand, hold the button down. My man's is dying. We've got amplified damage on us, and we're just chilling. My Merc stayed alive, which is a miracle. sure all of you are familiar with running Trav and having your merc die every time and killing all of your profit gains. But I mean, it turns out Phoenix is for the Act 3 Mercenary. It's not for you. It's not for any of your builds. It's for the Act 3 Mercenary. And now if we look at our damage, 9-3. So I got a level with you guys. I got to 10k, and I don't remember how, and I wasn't using dream pieces, but it's just been a bit, so forgive me on that. Let's look at the gear, because that was a cakewalk. Drax, you can't gain life off of the Vengeance through lifesteal, even though we have 30% lifesteal. Okay, but you can life tap, and then the Vengeance will work off of the life tap, I do believe. So that's pretty sweet. So we want to run Drax. We want to run Ethereal Breath of the Dying. Obviously, it's ethereal because if you make a non-ethereal Breath of the Dying, you're a foolish sucker and you just wasted a bunch of runes because it's indestructible. Duh. Why do we run Breath of the Dying? Vengeance only cares about your max damage on your weapon, and enhanced damage only counts on the weapon. If you have enhanced damage on any other piece of gear in your build, it will not count for the calculation for Vengeance. Vengeance only looks at the weapon for enhanced damage. However, Vengeance will take into account all sources of min and max damage added, as well as flat damage added. Those all work for the Vengeance. It can't be elemental. So if I use Lava Gout or whatever that uses 16 to 45 flat fire damage, that won't work for the Vengeance. The Vengeance looks at your base damage, your physical damage, and then divides it between physical, fire, lightning, and cold. Okay? So that means that having charms like this with max damage and attack rating are very important because they work. They work in the calculation. I also have never seen a max damage charm go above 10. So this one was really interesting to me. I wanted to pick it up in a trade. So now I kind of feel like it can go up to 15 or something maybe. So that was cool. And then, so we've got a Drax, Eternal Breath of the Dying. Ravenfrost, very boring, but we're a melee build, so we kind of need this. I'm running Towels. I love the 20 decks. I think it's great. And I like the Magic Find, duh. And I like the damage goes to mana. We're running Enigma for the chest because it lets us wear all our gear relatively easily. It gives us the teleport. We are an elite sniping build on a good day. Just how the build plays, right? It's you're essentially auto attacking. You have just like a godly auto attack. So Enigma gets you to the elites and bosses faster, so we can pick them off, and is also the best armor in the game, so that helps too. Carrion Wind, this is your interchangeable ring slot. I'm using it right now because it is maxing out my poison res, but also because it gives Twister, which causes a stun. 8% chance to do the Twister. Stunning enemies increases our survivability. Best in slot boots are undoubtedly the War Travs because they give 15 to 25 flat damage, which goes into account for the Vengeance, which is huge. High Lords, I'm using High Lords over Maras because I don't really need the Maras. I will pick up a Flickering Flame for old boyo here. It's just on another Paladin, and I don't want to switch it right now and bore you guys with it. But that should work. I have tested the Phoenix in the past, and it should be more than enough to keep this guy alive. And in the current state with the Drax, I do need the Flickering Flame to max out the res on fire. So I'm going to do that. But anyways, the High Lords helps me count my lightning res. And the number one thing to note here that doesn't work maybe as you think is the Deadly Strike will only double the physical portion of the Vengeance. So because we take our original attack and divide it across all the elements, physical, fire, cold, lightning, only the physical will get doubled for the Vengeance. Okay, so it's not as much as you think. What's really important here is the IAS to reach our 125 IAS breakpoint so that we can do bail. And the lightning res is really nice. Shaco, godliest jewel I've ever rolled. which was 2 to wall stats, 7 to strength, 9 to all res, and then an extra, 24 to cold res. Put it in a Shaco. It's not perfect. Someone with OCD is probably having a heart attack that I didn't get a perfect Shaco or close to perfect Shaco, but it's like 20 defense off, so get over it. It doesn't really make a difference in any build ever. The rest of the charms are all sort of res charms. I do have a cute little max damage, shitty attack rating, some magic find. And then perfect res torch, very far from perfect attributes. But I got this for like, I don't know, Vex or something, so that was sweet. And then quite a nice Annie. That's the build. On the Merc, we have Phoenix, Chains of Honor, Dream, and Spirit. I'm really prioritizing keeping the Merc alive rather than having the Merc do a ton of damage. You can push 2K, you can push 3K, and you can really increase the cast speed with this mercenary. But to me, the enchant buff is more important than anything else this mercenary is going to do. So I just want him to stay alive and save me 50 grand every time I need to res him. That's the goal. So yeah, let's go do bail. Let's go do it for real. Let's not die. Let's not have what we had happen every other time I filmed this video, because I was still trying to remember how to build the build I had built months ago. Oh, baby. Come on. Doesn't get better than that. All right. I'm holding right click, but we ain't moving. That's cool. La-da-dee. La-da-da. I have a good feeling about that. I didn't pick up any mana potions, eh? That's on me. No. Oh, you love to see it. And when I take damage, the mana will refill, so I'm not actually too worried about that. Let's get this down. Ooh, nice little small charm. So look at the slow there. This is what I'm talking about. I have just enough attack speed with this slow to get in about 2 attacks per second, which is what I need to stay alive. And we are almost one-shotting this guy. So could you imagine if I was attacking slower than I am now? You are like such a sitting duck. It's game over. You're dead. You're just dead. The 125 is very important. My super overpriced weird ass shield is totally justified. I don't want to hear anything to the contrary. Blow through all of those just to pick this up. And the cow level's terrorized. I gotta go to bed after this. I don't give a fuck about this game as much as I used to. Not an issue. Slowed against council. Chilling. It's the price I pay for not popping flickering flame. And the price is 1 healing potion, so who really cares? I'm going to rebuff real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Ooh, we're really going to pay the price here. But I'm going to stand in the thick of it. I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to suck down some potions. I'm going to get the job done. Excellent. Okay, I'll pick up the greater claws. Don't, get your knickers in a knot. This one you got to space out just a little bit. Chunky monkey. I like chunky monkey damage. Feels good. The Merc died. There's 50 grand gone. But you know what, guys? I got the enchant, so he can die. go Lester. I know it's Lister, but I like to think of him working his desk job. Lester the Tormentor, cubicle bully. I can't carry anymore. I carry this mother. Sorry, we don't. It's right here. Yes, we do. The Merc would be really nice. I'm out of mana. This is the not sexy part of the build. This is the part where I kind of rely on the Merc a little bit. But hey, we're going to get our hits in. We're going to do what we can. We're not going to run out of mana. Not going to run out of life. Life tap is on. So you can see that life tap is working with Vengeance, even though our life steal isn't. We have like 30% life steal, right? So we're not getting that. A lot of misses. Don't judge me too harshly. The real point here is proving we could do it. Like you saw the 3 hits that hit in a row. That was nice. Pop goes the weasel. This is definitely a Tal amulet. Come on, Tal Raja's amulet. 100%. 100%. There's nothing else it can be, right? It's not an angelic. It's not a Cathins. 100%. Go talk to my mans. And then we go check out our Tal Amy. It's an angelic. Fuck you. Fuck you. Bunch of trash. Valrune, best thing in my cube. Lol. Joking, not joking. That's the build, okay? We did it. Vengeance Paladin. And you're like, man, why did you spend 9 jaw runes on this? Did a bail run, man. I did a bail run as a Vengeance Paladin. And it didn't take 20 minutes. Maybe it took like 5, which isn't very impressive, but I did it. This is the passion project. This is the game I grew up with. This is one of my favorite things. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out. So thank you so much for tuning in. Dungeon Dweller Hoth. Something I'm going to try out on the channel. Remember the Halls. Hoth. Star Wars reference. Thought it was a cool acronym. And also, I love these type of games where you just endlessly parade through dungeon-esque environments and grind it out, right? So we are in the halls. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this inspired you to do something with your 20 jaw runes. And I'm going to have more. I'm going to have more reasons for you to do something weird in the future. I'm wishing you all the best. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.